LSU has made a move that is going to positively benefit them for the future of college football, and this is a move that we're going to see more of. Brian Polian was previously the special teams coordinator for the LSU Tigers. Brian Kelly takes inventory of his staff, takes inventory of what college football is trending towards. He says, Brian Polian, how about you take an off-the-field role? And the way that Pete Thamel of ESPN described it, it's going to be a GM kind of role. So he's going to help oversee NIL facets of the program, help oversee roster management, help oversee the transfer portal. And this is where college football is going. Let's start with the transfer portal. Remember how many guys jumped into the portal when that first window opened? I mean, it was like college football Black Friday. Everything must go. Like, that was the way that it felt. So much activity in the portal is the future of college football. And you already have a ton of your staff allocated towards evaluating and grading different high school talent. Now you put 1,000+ more kids into a system that need to be evaluated. Like, you just can't do it all. You can't evaluate the high school level and coach a position and be able to game plan and then also evaluate the transfer portal. It's not possible. It's not possible. You can't do all of those things. You can't do all of those things well, at least. So this is a really positive move by LSU to put Brian Polian, it sounds like, at least, in charge of that whole sector. General manager, I'm going to say he's generally managing that. Don't think that's a stretch. If you haven't yet subscribed to the On3 YouTube channel, the Hard Count is live, not 1, but 2 times a week. We got content for you on this channel from the Hard Count every single day. We're talking about college football. Also, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JDPikel. Hit me up. Comment on this video, do you like this move for LSU? Taking a coach that was previously on the field, off the field, to now, again, generally manage different facets of your program. So you got the roster piece of it with the transfer portal, and then you have the NIL piece of it, which, again, is the direction of college football. And the reason why I like this move, why this is a smart move, there are so many adults that are trying to take advantage of athletes and trying to take advantage of different companies or whatever it is. There are a lot of people that see NIL as an opportunity to take their grubby fingers, put them all over some dollar bills, and stuff them in their pockets as much as possible. You need some more adults in the room that are going to have the best interest of your players first, and then also your team as a whole. Like, there's a lot of people that are trying to take advantage of these young men. You need to make sure that somebody with a good head on their shoulders and understands the game and also has a hand in the business side of things is going to help your team and help protect your team. Because right now, the NIL is kind of like the Wild West. There's more regulation coming. Us here at On3 are trying to help set the market with NIL valuations. Would encourage you to check that out if you haven't already. But it's kind of the Wild West. You need somebody. You need more adults in the room. And so for LSU to say, Brian Polian, we're going to help protect ourselves, protect our athletes by putting you, again, generally in charge of this facet. It's a great thing for LSU, and it's going to benefit them in the long term. And this is the way that college football is going. Maybe LSU is one of the first programs to have a position like this for Brian Polian and the general position that's created at LSU. There's going to be a lot more of this in the future. Because at best, if you don't get up with the times and you don't allocate resources to help the NIL side of things and help the transfer portal side of things, at best, you're going to be at the mercy of those different operations. At worst, you're going to be woefully unprepared, and you're going to miss out on personnel that are in the portal and the recruiting side of things that just nowadays involves NIL. Chad Simmons, Director of Recruiting, sat with us in this studio on signing day, Director of Recruiting for On3, that is, Chad Simmons. And he told us the majority of these big-time commitments, the majority of these high-profile recruitments, the NIL piece is baked into that. This is not the college football that we've all grown up with. The game is changing. You either turn a blind eye to it and just try to pretend it's not happening, or you adapt with it. And great programs, great coaches, they adapt with the times. So Brian Kelly, I commend him for this. Put in Brian Polian as the general manager. Unofficially, it sounds like over transfer portal, NIL, and roster management. LSU will be better for this. LSU is on the cutting edge of this. LSU is very much so ahead of the game, ahead of the curve. So good for the Tigers. This is going to mean nothing but good things for them in Baton Rouge. So Brian Polian is generally managing a lot of things, and it's going to mean good things for LSU in the future. This has been The Hard Count. Nick Brake lifts heavy. This is y'all's show. We appreciate you so much rocking with us. Y'all made the podcast absolutely boom, even more so than it was in the regular season. Y'all have it churning right now, so go check that out on Apple or on Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Come right back here. Hit the bell notification so you know when we're going live. All right? We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.